welcome back to another video. I hope you are all doing okay. I am so sorry that I missed Sunday's upload. I was on holiday last week and the last video that I posted I actually filmed just before I went away, and then I literally finished my last editing bits and posted it whilst I was away, as you probably saw in my last video, because I was on holiday, which is really sad because I'm back with my usual background today. But today I thought that I would come to you with a bit of a video that has been requested and that I actually kind of missed in my last video. Quite a few people have asked for a bit of a video on how I do my Frenchies, how to perfect my Frenchies. And especially with almond, obviously there is so many different ways that you can do Frenchies. You can do thick, you can do thin. On different shapes, it's completely different. So I wanted to do a bit of a video showing how to do it on different shapes and how I perfect my Frenchies. I don't perfect my Frenchies. My Frenchies will always be a work in progress. I'll always look at my Frenchies and think, oh, I could have done them better. I feel like they're a stressful thing, aren't they, really? It's like a thing that like clients come in and they're like, oh, I only want French. And I'm like, only. So yeah, I just basically wanted to put a little video together to give you some tips. I was meant to do it in my last video because for my holiday nails, I went almond and I did Frenchies and I just didn't film the Frenchie part because I purely just didn't have time. The week before I went away was just a complete, like, it was a manic week, let's just say that. So the fact that I actually had time to film a video was impressive. I just didn't get a chance to film the Frenchie part because it actually got to the point where I was like, I'm gonna have to do like one Frenchie at a time in between appointments, because I thought I don't have time to do all of them, like all 10. I'm gonna have to maybe do like 2 when I've got 5 minutes, top coat them, do my next client, then maybe do another 2 after my next client when I had like these 5-10 minute gaps. So that was why I didn't film it, because it was literally just hectic. But today I thought I would redeem myself and I will put a little video together showing you how I do my Frenchies. And also, I just wanted to also include in this video a little update on my desk setup, because it has changed. Whether you watch all of my videos or whether you've seen the ones where I've maybe spoke about the change in the desk setup, I said that I would kind of include it in one of these videos. It's not long enough to do a complete separate video, so I thought I would just include it in this one, because I had a new lamp and I wanted to get a wrist rest and an extractor fan, because basically the one that I have at the moment is this kind of like V-shaped one with a fan on the other side, and I've had this for a long time and it serves me well. It's looking a bit worse for wear now because this girl's been through it, let's just say that. Yeah, it was time for a bit of an upgrade, because like I say, it's looking a bit worse for wear and it's had a lot of use out of it. And another thing, there was a few reasons why I wanted to change it, which I will go into. But basically what I've got now is one of these little wrist rests, which my lamp fits underneath. I will show you a little like desk tour in just a minute. But basically, yeah, I just wanted to switch it up because the way that the previous extractor fan and hand rest was built into one, it is quite big on my desk, which I don't mind, but now that I've got something a little bit smaller, you do notice the difference in the amount of space that you've got. And I'll show you with the angles of it, but basically because this is kind of like a V-shaped one and the padding is on this side, because it's a V-shape, the padding is basically not ideal to where it is. I will try and show you what I mean, but trying to film it but also be in the video is a little bit difficult. But what I'm basically trying to say is that the angle of where the padding is kind of encouraging clients to have their hand placement a little bit wrong, and I just wanted to do something that was going to be a little bit easier. So yeah, I changed it over and I'm absolutely loving it so far. I was a little bit worried about the extractor fan situation because I knew I needed a new extractor fan, but obviously I needed a flat one and I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to get on with it, the new setup kind of thing. So what I did was I was looking at a company called GB Wrist Rest, but I think they were about £50-60 for a wrist rest, and I actually got this one from Amazon. And I think it was £30, so it's literally like half the price and pretty much the exact same thing, and I absolutely love it. So I ended up going for the bit of a cheaper one, getting it from Amazon for literally half the price. And then the extractor fan I actually got from I don't know if it was Facebook Marketplace or a Facebook like group where it's like nail tech buy and swap site kind of thing, which I have mentioned to you guys in the past. And it's just like nail techs, either if they've given up nails or they've bought something and they don't get on with it or anything like that, they can pop it on there and sell it. And I saw a lady that was selling a flat dust extractor, and that is what I tried. So literally I've not done it like expensive. Obviously if you're wanting to change up your desk or change up your equipment, you don't have to do it really expensive. Like I say, the lamp, obviously I needed to change the lamp because I am now using Glitterbels Builder, and I needed the new Glitterbels lamp, which is here. And that's why I went for the pink wrist rest, because of this little pink accent. I thought it looked really cute. So that fits nicely underneath. And then this is my flat dust extractor. This actually isn't branded, so I'm not too sure where the previous person got it from. But yeah, this is just something that we got off like Facebook Marketplace, and it was perfect for me to just pop on my desk and just use it when I'm filing bulk off or filing gel off or anything like that, and then I'll just move it off my desk when I don't need it, which is perfect because then it just allows me a bit more space. So I will show you what my desk looks like now. So this is what it previously looked like. So this is my old dust extractor, and just pardon the little foam thing on the desk, that's just for my filming. So yeah, this is the old one, and like I say, it's like padded on this side, and then on my side is an extractor fan, which is perfect to have it basically like 2 in 1, so I have like it built in. But the only thing, like I said previously, is this is where the padding is, and obviously because it's on an angle, I've just changed this to the wide angle lens so that you can probably see a bit better. But because the padding is on this side, it's encouraging clients to kind of have their like arm rested like this and then just hang their nails like their hand over. So but that is actually not the best position for me. I want it to be kind of like this, if that makes sense, so you can see from that angle. But what I was kind of like thinking is the padding kind of needs to be on the top, because that is where I kind of want clients' hands to be right over, hung over, so that I've got complete flexibility and I can just move it around as and when I need to. But yeah, because the padding is like here, it was encouraging clients to hold their arm like this and then just have the nails slightly over, and all I would do is just continuously pull it forward. And I just wanted something a little bit flatter where the padding was on the top rather than on the side. But like I say, this has been absolutely amazing. I've had a lot of use out of this. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with it, so I'll definitely be keeping this as a spare. But yeah, I just wanted to upgrade it a little bit, and I will show you what my new one looks like. So this is how it looks now. So I've just got the wrist rest over the top of the lamp, so that another thing is that the clients don't have to twist around, because my lamp actually used to be here. So there was a lot of twisting if I was doing the right hand. So yeah, I just wanted it to be a little bit more comfortable. Obviously the lamp fits perfectly underneath. I have got the buttons at the back, like I can press the buttons from the back. And yeah, like I said, I just wanted the padding to be on the top so that clients can just hang their arm over. I'll be able to, you know, just move them around a lot easier, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, that's how it's looking at the moment. I've got my extractor fan just there in the corner, which I will show you. It just fits round on the other side. Obviously the wire actually comes out of the back, which is absolutely fine. I just push this forward a little bit and then pop my extractor fan here, so that when I'm filing off, I just turn this on. Obviously the hand is literally just on top of it anyway, so it just goes straight into the fan, which is perfect. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it so far. Fits perfectly in the space that I have, and once I'm done, I will just unplug it and move it out the way. And then we have all of this space here, which I'm not used to. I'm not like used to having a lot of space. It's so much better. I also went with the pink one just because of the little accents on the lamp. I thought that looked quite cute. But yeah, so that's my new setup. I hope you like it, and I will link this below on Amazon. It's absolutely perfect and literally half the price of the other one that I mentioned. So yeah, I'll link this down below in case you want to have a look at it. They do it in black and white as well. Obviously this is my Glitterbels lamp, and the extractor fan was obviously secondhand from Marketplace, so I can't link that for you, but they do other great ones like flat ones. But I kind of went with this one first because I didn't know how I was going to get on with the setup. I didn't want to kind of put a lot of money into changing things up if I didn't like it. But obviously, however long this lasts me, I'm happy to replace it and obviously get a little bit more of an expensive one. But yes, that's my new update. So I'm just going to show you on this nail, obviously, because I have almond at the moment. So I'm going to show you on this one how I would do my Frenchies. So the two main things for your Frenchies are, number one, a good pigmented gel paint. I have used the just normal white gel in the past, and then I've used the gel paints, and the gel paints are a lot more pigmented and really, really like perfect for getting the proper detail. What I mean by detail is the actual sharp smile line. I prefer the gel paints so much more, and I use this one from Madame Glam. Obviously, I don't know whether you saw my video reviewing their products, but yeah, I'm still using this white one. And the other thing that you're going to need is a fine liner. I'm using the Nobu one. And basically what you are going to want to do is just pop your brush in there, give it a little mix, make sure it's the perfect consistency. And then what I've done with this, with the top lid, is I just basically cut half of this so that I can use the corner of that packaging to just wipe off any of the excess gel. So you want your brush to be nice and covered in the gel like that. You don't want too much on your brush, but you also don't want not a lot, because you want a nice glide with it. And basically with almond, well, any French that I do, is I always start off in the corners. So I like to get nice and high with almond and just start off in the corners. And what you want to do is you just want to bring that brush down. And don't worry too much if you are starting off really thin, like the line wise, because you're obviously going to go back in. So I just like to make sure that those corners are nice and covered. Again, you don't want to be having too much on your brush, because if you have too much on your brush, you will see a bit of a change in the shape, because if the gel is too thick on the outside, you're going to see a change in the shape, because it's obviously a lot thicker than it should be. Again, I'm just going to get a little bit more on my brush and just use the corner to wipe some of that off. And then I'm going to go to this side. Go down the outside and bring that back around. Obviously, you'll see the smile line starting to form a little bit. And then what I do is I just match those two lines up and just bring that back up. You just want to be working really, really slow and soft with your brush. You don't want to be putting too much pressure. Trying to do this behind the camera is a lot harder, by the way. But what I like to do is just make sure that my brush is always touching. If you're doing like little and often, then you're going to see kind of changes in you're going to see like the way you've gone back in. So you want to kind of try and keep your brush strokes nice and soft, if that makes sense. And then once I've done my base, what I can do is I can just go back in and thicken that up a little bit. Don't worry if you want to start from the tip and work back up. You can always even it out afterwards. Like I say, I just want that a little bit thicker. And yeah, just keep looking at it. See if there's anywhere that you kind of want to go over. And just making sure you're working nice and light with your brush. And see, just kind of look at it from all angles. See if there's anything that you want to change. But yeah, with almond, I like to go nice and high at the sides and a little bit thicker. Whereas with my square, I kind of like it a little bit thinner. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do my almond shaped French. That thickness is perfect for me, and like I say, just don't kind of keep going in with it. Just have just enough product on your brush and just swoop it around nice and lightly. But yeah, that's how I do my almond ones. Obviously my nails are almond at the moment, so I'm showing you on my nails for that. But what I'll do is I'll get a swatch stick and I'll make that square and show you how I do it on a square. So what I've done is I've just cut off the tip of this swatch stick. It was stiletto, but I've just made it square so that I can show you how I would do my square Frenchies. Like I said before, there's no right or wrong way really, but because there is purely so many different ways that people like their Frenchies. Some people like micro French, some people like their French really thick, some people like really high smile lines, some people don't, some people literally just like their French like a line across the tip. So there's loads of ways that you can do it, but how I prefer to do it is kind of like a little bit thicker than micro French, but not too thick. I don't like my French too thick, but obviously everyone is a little bit different. But what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to get a nice dip of my brush and just brush out the corners, just brush it along the lid. And then how I start my square is I literally just do 2 lines either side to kind of mark where I want to start my Frenchies, like so. Literally do those 2 little lines, and then what I do is I then start again at this line here with just a nice amount on my brush, and I just bring that towards the middle but really low down like this, and then do the other side. And then what you want to do is just slowly try and join these lines. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill in the gaps. Like so. And then basically what I do then is then look at it and I can see that this middle bit here just needs bringing up a little bit more. So I'm just going to grab a little bit on my brush, start from around here and slowly fill in that gap. Like this. I then also just like to wipe off any excess at the bottom that you see that you might want to get. Obviously this is just a swatch stick, so it's probably a little bit rickety at the edge. But yeah, and then once I've got to this point, just try and perfect it a little bit. Like so. Again, just looking at it from other angles, making sure that I'm happy with the sides of it or whatever. If I want to bring the sides a little bit higher or if I don't. But that is pretty much how I do it, just to make sure that it's nice and straight. But if you do want to go in and make any changes, all I would say is that if you just grab your brush and start where the white already is, and then just get that little bit closer where you want it. And there we go. I would say I am happy with that. So that is pretty much what I do. Like I say, Frenchie is not a quick thing. Obviously, it is something that it's going to take time, and if you want to go in and perfect it afterwards, that is absolutely fine. But that is pretty much how I do my Frenchies. So obviously, like I say, if it was micro, it'd be a little bit different. All I would do is with micro is just not do my lines as big at the side. I'd probably do it halfway and then still do the same technique. But yeah, that is literally how I do it. So there you go, guys, that is everything. I hope you loved the video and I found it helpful. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments or message me on Instagram, whatever suits you. I will try and help where I can. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.